Today we're going to be looking at adding some weight to our basic walk cycle. Creating a basic walk cycle isn't that difficult. The really fun part about walks is experimenting with them and making each one unique. So I guess the first step of creating attitudes in your walks is learning how to manipulate the weight. How can we communicate someone who's feeling sad and heavy as opposed to someone who's feeling maybe a little bit lighter and happier? There are a couple of easy ways to do this. Let's take a look. Before we get started, I did not create this rig. I got it for free off Gumroad. I will link the artist and his page below. He really makes some awesome rigs. To start out, we have our basic generic walk. It's evenly spaced, 2 in-betweens between each major pose, and it's on 12, so each step is 12 frames. If we wanted to add some more weight to this walk, we can adjust the spacing between each of these major poses. For example, if he's heavier, he's going to be spending more time in the down position. So let's adjust the spacing. We can grab our down keyframes, and I'll move them a frame earlier, hit them a frame earlier, right? Maybe my passing keyframes, I'll move them up a frame later. Same with my up keyframes. So now I'm spending all this time in the down position. And just by simply moving keyframes around, we can get that feeling of weight. So let's take a look, hopefully it plays at speed, of our 2 walks side by side. Left is normal, right is heavy. Now I know what you're thinking. You're saying, hey Fabio, that really didn't look like too much of a difference. But remember, we just adjusted our spacing. Now we can go in and adjust our down post a tiny bit in order for the action to read a little bit clearer. First thing I changed, I gave him an angry expression all the way through. Now let's drop his pelvis down a little bit. Let's grab his upper body, drop it down even more on the down. Let's move his head a little bit up, just like this. And now we can bend the knees just a little bit more as well. That already should read better. So the full walk is adjusted. Let's compare our generic to our heavy now. And look at that, we see a way bigger difference in the two, just by adding those little tweaks. I only changed one pose. If you want to take this a step further as well, we can go to our down and we can add a slow out. So we can ease out of the down pose to give it even more time in the down pose. Let's try creating a lighter walk cycle now. So we're back to our basic walk, and this time I want to favor my up pose a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my passing, I'll move it back a frame, and then I'll move my up pose back a frame as well. So there's more time between my up and my contact. Do it on both sides, and now we know if we play this, there's going to be a little change, but it's not going to be very noticeable. Now what we can do is adjust our up pose ever so slightly to make the action read a little bit better. Right? So with our poses adjusted, we can really see that this one has more bounce to it. And it looks lighter. So if we play all 3, and the changes we made were very, very simple. We adjusted the spacing, and we adjusted either the down or the up pose very slightly to make the action read a little bit better. And I'm happy with those results. Of course, I'd like to add some secondary action on the ears, but you know, this was just for educational purposes. That's the beginning of starting to customize your basic walks and giving them some more attitude and character. There is so much more to cover, so we're gonna have to do it in a couple other videos. If you're looking for more information on walks, probably the best place to find it is here, the Animator Survival Kit by Richard Williams. He covers all of this stuff. We're just about out of time, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Happy animating!